Welcome back to the Highly Mazda broadcast table. If you're just joining it back with us, sorry about that. We had some connectivity issues here in Aledo. After 3 up, 3 down in the top of the fourth, to prevent any movement from the Hawks, Aledo has one out of their own off of a strikeout. Now as Kaylee Martin steps back into the box to face Jordan, the pitcher, takes ball one to make it a 1-2 count. Martin now stepping back into the box for this pitch from Jordan. Gets a hit. That one's going. It's up, and it's caught by the center fielder of the Birdville Hawks to make out number 2.
Now batting the center fielder, senior number 8, Kellen Overturf.
That's going to bring out number 8, Kellen Overturf, who had a heck of a third inning, looking to make a big impact again here in the fourth. Overturf now back into the box with a big swing. That one going into the net behind her. It's going to be strike number 1 for Overturf. Overturf stepping back into the box. And that's going to bring out strike number 2 for Overturf. Overturf back into the box to take this pitch from Jordan. Gets a hit. That one sailing foul. It's going to keep her where she's at. Again, if you're back with us, welcome to the second half of this broadcast. The first half got disconnected due to some connectivity. The weather kind of got turned for the worse there. And there's going to be ball 2 for Overturf. Make it a 2-2 count with 2 outs now for the Lady Cats. Overturf now with a hit. That one sailing to second base. And that's going to be out number 3 for the Bearcats to send us to the top of the 5th. A ball game that has had a spark of momentum in the bottom of the 3rd, otherwise has been a defensive stalemate. We're live from the Highly Mazda broadcast table here in Aledo, broadcasting at the Highly Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table. We're going to tell our sponsor thank you by giving you a quick message from them, and then we'll be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Highly Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Highly Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Highly Mazda of Fort Worth or HighlyMazdaFW.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person.
Leading off for the Hawks is going to be the designated player, number 13, junior, Avery Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a 273 batting average steps into the box to take this pitch from Perry. And that's going to be strike one from Perry early here in the 5th inning. Rodriguez waiting to step back into the box, and now she does to take this pitch from Perry. And a big swing and a miss is going to bring out strike number 2. An 0-2 count now for Avery as she steps out of the box to take one more practice swing before this 3rd pitch. Perry, who's had a heck of a night so far, throws ball number 1. Make it a 1-2 count. No errors from either team tonight. We've seen a really strong, like we said, defensive game. And there's going to be a dead ball. Let's call it a foul ball off the glove area of that bat. Jammed her up. Looked like it hurt her finger. It's going to be a 1-2 count now for Avery. Number 13, the designated player for these Hawks, these Birdville Hawks, as she steps back into the box to take this pitch from Perry. And there's going to be ball 2 from Perry to make it a 2-2 count. Avery getting some encouragement from the Birdville fans that are here tonight. As she steps back out of the box, she's coming back into it now. Perry on the mound, hungry, looking poised, ready for this pitch. Down the middle, that one was. It was hit, sailing to left field, pop up and caught on a hustle over from the center fielder. Caught by center field there.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Murray Horn.
Senior number 8, Kellen Overturf on that hurry up to get to that ball and pop up and pull it out of the sky. On a bunt from number 1, Murray Horn, the pitcher, Timpy Perry, on the hurry up to grab that ball, throw it to the first baseman. Sophomore number 15, Brooklyn Taloa, and got that tag out at first base. And that's going to bring us to the 9th batter in this lineup. Number 3, Hadley Bright. Bright with a 258 batting average and a 343 on-base percentage as Perry throws ball 1. Perry brings her catcher, number 6, Kaylee Martin, up for a quick meeting. And now we have Hadley Bright stepping back into the box. And there's going to be strike 1 from Perry. Make it a 1-1 count. One count now with Perry. A hit now from Bright to shortstop. Thrown from shortstop. Senior number 13, Delaney Rosser, to the first baseman. Sophomore 15, Brooklyn Taloa, for out number 3. And that's going to send us here in Aledo to the bottom of the 5th. For your score, Aledo 2 over no runs from the Birdville Hawks. These Lady Bearcats softball team having a quick meeting with their coach, Coach Meyer. Coach Myers as they get ready to warm up their bats. We still have number 16, Reagan Jordan, on the mound. That last inning, inning number 4, she crossed over into 120 innings pitched this season. This makes 121 for Reagan Jordan. With the pitch count tonight, she's crossed over 1,900 pitches. this season alone. Jordan, a strong part of that infield staff for Birdville.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Lady Cats, the left fielder, senior number 12.
And that's going to bring up batting ninth to lead off here in the bottom of the fifth is going to be left fielder, senior number 12, Braylee Meyer. Meyer steps into the box and takes strike number one. Meyer striking out earlier this evening. Looking to take this second pitch from Jordan. On the inside there, almost giving her a hit by pitch. Going to bring out a 1-1 count. Meyer with a .377 batting average. A 63 at-bats on the season so far. Jordan knows she's a powerful bat, and we see a big swing there that had some legs beneath of it. It just missed the contact portion of that swing to bring out strike number two. So a 1-2 count now for Braylee Meyer as she steps back into the box to take on Reagan Jordan. And there's ball two. Good eye there from Meyer. Not to swing at that. That was a little high on the outside. She didn't like it. She knew she'd be reaching. And Meyer stepping back into the box. Takes ball three to make it a full count. Good eye there from Meyer not to get jammed up on that inside pitch. The infield staff kind of rotating for Birdville as Meyer steps back into the box here. On a high pitch, that's ball number 4. Meyer's going to take a walk in first base. With the leadoff batter for the Lady Cat softball team of the 5th inning getting walked, that's going to bring out shortstop, senior number 13, Delaney Rosser. Rosser with a triple RBI, or triple plus an RBI last time she was out, looking to carry that momentum. The last time we saw her was in the bottom of the 3rd. Rosser takes strike one. Delaney Rosser has gotten on base every time we've seen her bat tonight. Rosser with an 0-1 count now, stepping back into the box after getting some quick coaching from Myers to take this pitch from Jordan. That's an inside pitch at eye level. That's going to be called ball number 1. There's no doubt in my mind Reagan Jordan remembers the last time Delaney Rosser was at bat. It'd be hard to forget, as I thought that ball had so much heat under it, it was going out. Rosser showing bunt, forces a pitch to go high. That's going to bring out ball number 2 to make it a 2-1 count. The catcher, number 5 freshman, Haley Menega, throws to the first baseman, trying to get out Braylee Meyer. Braylee Meyer returned to the bag with enough time. She's called safe. And a strike 2 call there by the home plate umpire. That was an inside strike. It wasn't quite inside enough to be a ball, but it was inside enough to make Rosser feel like she was jammed up a little. That's a 2-2 count now for Rosser. And another inside strike call there from that home plate umpire. Rosser thinking that was going to be a ball. Gets struck out. That's going to be the first out for the Lady Cat softball team here tonight. And that brings out number 16, Timpy Perry, as she takes ball number 1 from Reagan Jordan. Last time Perry was at bat, she had a single and an RBI come in. She takes a big swing there for strike number 1 to make it a 1-1 count here at Perry's third at bat. Perry gets a hit. That one sails down the fair line to third base. It does get her tagged out at first, but it advances the Aledo runner Meyer from first to second.
Number 11, Kylie Pollock.
And that's going to bring out senior number 11, Kylie Pollock, out to bat for these Lady Cat softball team. Pollock now at bat. Pollock on ball 1. Was watching it. She didn't like the way it looked. Steps back into the box for her second pitch of this at bat and takes ball number 2. And the catcher now, freshman, number 5, Haley Manega, having a quick mound visit with number 16, Reagan Jordan, the pitcher. Kind of telling her, I think, to take a breath, readjust, and we'll circle back with a 2-0 count now for Kylie Pollock. And a pitch that was in the dirt, sailing past the catcher, is going to be ball number 3, and it's going to send Meyer to third. An Aledo Lady Cat in prime scoring position now on third base. Kylie Pollock, with a .409 batting average, steps back into the box with 2 outs and a 3-0 count. And takes ball 4 to take her base. That's going to send out junior number 2, Riley Marks. Riley Marks getting some coaching from Coach Myers down that third base line before she steps into the box. Haley Manega now having an infield meeting. Calls an all-staff infield meeting. Asks the home plate umpire to take a second for a timeout. Calls a meeting on the infield staff. Manega now heading back to the plate after reviewing the plan with the Birdville Hawks softball team staff, infield staff. Outfielders looking around, wondering what their plan is. That's the part about being an outfielder. You don't always know the plan. And an inside strike call there from the umpire is going to make it strike number 1. Two there for Marks. It looked like on that ball they might have been trying to pull a run there from Kylie Pollock, who's on first, to tag her out at second. And Mark showing bunt there is going to make it a 2-1 count on a ball as she didn't swing. But that pitch was so low and kind of on the inside, the catcher couldn't get to it in time, which did allow Pollock to steal second. And a tip-off hit there by Marks. The force out at first. And that's going to send us to the top of the 6 here in Aledo, where the score after 6 complete innings is still a close softball game. The Hawks having been in a 2-run deficit for 2 full innings now, and the Lady Cat softball team having a 2-point lead for those 2 innings, have to make sure not to get comfortable, as there's a lot of softball left to play as we head into the top of the 6th inning. We're live tonight from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, and we're going to be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Welcome back to a by-district UIL playoff game, game 1 of a best-of-3 series here in Aledo tonight, where the Lady Cat softball team is facing off against the Birdville Hawks softball team in a low-scoring defensive matchup. Perry throws strike number 1 to number 7. And Perry steps back onto the mound. Winding up, and the pitch is away. And that's going to be ball 1. And I said number 7. What I meant was number 2. Evelyn Schwartzlander. Evelyn Schwartzlander is back at the top of this Birdville lineup. Schwartzlander with a hit. That one bounces in the gap between center and left field. Cut off at second. That's going to put Schwartzlander on first base. And that's going to add to the hit count total for Birdville tonight. Put Birdville at 2 hits on the evening. And that's going to bring out Kinsley Cantrell. Cantrell with a .318 batting average, looking to take this pitch from Perry. And it's called ball 1, so it's going to be a 1-0 count. Schwartzlander with a decent-sized lead hurries back to her bag there. Make sure she's not tagged out at first. Number 16, Perry, back in the circle. And a hit there from Cantrell. Thrown to first base, tagged on the out. It's called out number 1. That ball thrown by the shortstop. Number 13, Delaney Rosser, on a big, fast throw across the infield to beat Cantrell to first. That's going to bring up number 5, Haley Menega, with a .452 batting average as she steps up into the box to take this pitch from Perry. And that's going to be ball number 1 for Menega. Perry now on the windup. Menega stepping back into the box now. Gets a hit. That one sails to left field. She's cut off. The ball's error thrown. It's kind of a mess here. So the ball was thrown from left field to the first baseman, who ran in to be the cutoff man. The ball gets away from her and sails towards the backstop, which allows the runner on third, Schwartzlander, to get to home. And that's going to put a Hawk on second.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 9, Skylar Watts.
And so that's going to be the first run for the Hawks to make it a 2-1 game. And so that has us at 1 out here and 1 run in the top of the 6th
Now batting the
with a runner on second base. And now number 16, the pitcher, Reagan Jordan's going to step into the box to take on Timpy Perry. And there's going to be ball 1 for Perry. The Aledo catcher, junior number 6, Kaylee Martin, very aware and popping up quickly to make sure that that runner stays on second base. Jordan now back in the box to take this pitch from Perry. And there's going to be ball 2. Make it a 2-0 count now for Jordan. Aledo feeling the pressure kind of for the first time tonight as their lead has now shrank to 1. And a hit there. That one sailing to left field. Thrown to shortstop. Now with a runner on third and first for the Hawks. That hit from Jordan advances the runner, the pinch runner, to third base and puts Jordan herself on first.
courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 6, Haley Bedlington.
And the pitcher is going to get a courtesy runner herself
Now batting
on first.
number 10, Hannah Azuelo.
Now we have number 10, Hannah Azuelo, stepping up into the box. Azuelo with a .327 batting average at .429 on base percentage steps into this box with the game tying run on third and the lead run on first. She gets a hit. That one pops up. Caught by number 13, Delaney Rosser, and that's going to hold everybody where they're at.
Up next, the first baseman, number 17, Macy Moore.
And that's going to bring out the first baseman, number 17, Macy Moore. Moore with a batting average of a .362. Takes ball 1. Macy Moore steps back into the box here to take this pitch from Perry. A 1-0 count. And there's going to be strike 1 from Perry. A 1-1 count now as Moore steps back into the box with a runner on first and third. A big swing from Moore is going to bring out strike number 2. The crowd has grown exponentially here since this first inning as we have more and more people filtering in. And there's ball 2 thrown by Perry to make it a 2-2 count. There are 2 outs, so this could put this inning away quickly right here. And a hit there sails across the left side of the field of play to bring out a foul ball. That's going to keep Moore at a 2-2 count. That also tells Perry in the circle that, hey, Moore's going to be swinging for it. With a 2-2 count now. The pitcher asked to see if Moore had swung, and the infield umpire was reading his stat sheet. So that's going to bring out a full count with a ball 3. And a foul ball there. Force out at first. Down the third base line, sending it to the third baseman. Senior number 11, Kylie Pollock, who darts that ball across the infield to first baseman. Sophomore 15, Brooklyn Taloa, who gets the force out at first to bring us to the bottom of the 6th, taking those runners off of first and third. A stressful position there for the Lady Cats, but they stayed poised, confident, and composed throughout that top of the 6th inning. They did get their first error of the game, and which allowed the Hawks to get their first run of the game. And that's going to bring us here to the bottom of the 6th inning, where we're coming to you live from the Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table. But having a good time tonight. It's been a fun softball game to watch. I'm excited for the rest of this game. As the crowd here swings Sweet Caroline, we're going to take a quick commercial break and tell you about our broadcast table sponsor. Back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Now batting is number 17, Briley Gray, who takes an inside pitch, and it's a strike because it's called a strike. But that one, with a lot fervent disagreement there from the Aledo side. Some strong disagreement there. Reagan Jordan has found a special spot on this strike zone. And there's going to be ball 1. Gray with a .420 batting average steps back into the box. This is her junior year. And her 14th at bat. Gets a hit. That one sails left. Going to be foul ball to bring out strike 2. A 1-2 count now for Briley Gray. The Bearcats down a player, number 1, Jordan Eddington. Sadly broke her hand in practice last week. She's got a plate and 5 screws. And there's a pop-up from Briley Gray. Caught by the catcher, and that's going to be the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Now batting is going to be the first baseman, sophomore, number 15, Brooklyn Taloa. Taloa with a solid night so far tonight as well. She's got a .297 batting average, takes this first pitch, tips it off for a foul ball. That's going to bring out strike number 1. Taloa back in the box. Takes ball number 1 to make it a 1-1 count. Taloa is a strong presence in this lineup, a consistent contributor, and I think that's something that the Lady Cat softball team is looking for right now. The pitch from Jordan is away. And called strike number 2 on an inside pitch. Here comes Taloa's pitch. Big swing there. Going to make it strike 3 for Taloa. And that's going to send out junior number 6, Kaylee Martin, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher, junior number 6, Kaylee Martin.
Kaylee Martin with a 292 batting average steps into the box to take this pitch from Reagan Jordan. On the inside there, swings at it and hits the lower part of the bat, so it jams her up a little bit and sails left out of the field of play to bring out strike number 1. That's going to make it an 0-1 count now for number 6, Kaylee Martin, as she steps back into the box. This is going to be her 75th at-bat of the season. And a big swing there makes strike number 2. Just didn't connect. It was a little below the pitch. An 0-2 count now for Kaylee Martin. Lady Cat softball team with 2 outs. And there's going to be strike 3 from Jordan to send us to the top of the 7th. Both the Lady Cats and the Hawks are having a team meeting outside their respective dugouts. And as they take a break and kind of get a game plan left for what's left of this softball game here in the 7th inning, Aledo's going to look for a strong defense to put a stop, just end this game and send it home half an inning early. Aledo, half an inning away from winning game 1 of this best-of-3 series for the bi-district round of the playoffs. Birdville looking to kind of soil the home game fun tonight. 1 run away from tying the game, 2 runs away from taking the lead away from the Lady Cat softball team. With a lot of action left and 1 inning of play. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the
Leading off for the Hawks here in the top of the 7th inning is going to be their designated player, number 13, Avery Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a 273 batting average and a 322 on-base percentage. In the box now to take this pitch from Perry. And she calls a timeout. Rodriguez stepping out of the box before a pitch can be thrown. Steps back into the box, resumes now. The pitch from Perry is hit. That one to right field, up and caught by the right fielder. Junior, number 18, Kennedy Cardenas, to send us with out number 1 here early in the top of the 7th.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1.
Now batting is going to be the center fielder, number 1, Murray Horn. Horn with a batting average of a 318 and an on-base percentage of a 375. Looking to take this pitch from Perry here. And she does. That one's popped up. It's going to center field. It's called by number 13, shortstop, and caught, pulled out of the air for out number 2. 13, Delaney Rosser, having an all-star kind of night.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3.
Now batting
Right.
for the Hawks with 2 outs is going to be right fielder, number 9, freshman Hadley Bright. Hadley Bright with a batting average of a 258, an on-base percentage of a 343, having a quick conversation with her head coach, Katie Wellborn. trying to get a game plan. Where do you want to put this ball? Do you want to bunt? Do you want to play the short game? How are you going to do it? Well, we're about to find out as Hadley Bright steps into the box to take this pitch from Tempe. And Perry throws ball one, a little bit on the inside. And here comes the pitch from Perry. Big swing there to bring out strike number one. A 1-1 count now for number 3, Hadley Bright, as she steps back into the box. Aledo, defense working hard here. 2 up, 2 down, looking for the third. The pitch is away from Perry, and it's going to bring out ball number 2. A 2-1 count now is going to make it a little interesting for Hadley Bright as the freshman steps back into the box. A big swing there. Straight grounder to third base. Tagged out at first. Aledo Lady Cats softball is going to be the winner of game 1 in a 7-inning matchup. The Lady Cat softball team is going to take the victory 2-1 against the visitors, the Birdville Hawks. Congratulations to the Aledo Lady Cat softball team on this win. A tense game there in this later half with Aledo scoring at the top of the first. There's bubbles everywhere here in Aledo as tonight's celebration will be short as we have game 2 tomorrow in Birdville on the road for Aledo. We're going to have it right here on NTX Varsity Sports, coming to you live from North Richland Hills, where we have a pregame show starting at 6:45, and our first pitch from the Highly Mazda broadcast table is going to start at 7 p.m. tomorrow. We're super excited for this Friday night softball game coming your way tomorrow night. If you're interested in some local baseball as well, NTX Varsity Sports has the last game of the regular season for the Paradise Panthers tomorrow night at 6 p.m. You can catch that on NTX Varsity Sports as well. We'll see you then. From here, live from Aledo, it's been Parker Burrows for NTX Varsity Sports. Congratulations again to a victory in Game 1 for the Aledo Lady Cat softball team. For NTX Varsity Sports, for live from the Highly Mazda broadcast table, good night.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Highly Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Highly Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Highly Mazda of Fort Worth or HighlyMazdaFW.com.